My beautiful friends, it's the time for you and me to just hang out. I love this part. I love it even more because it's the end of the week, finally. Crazy day, crazy week. And if you think the craziness is over, well, you're just all kinds of wrong. Let's talk. So yeah, Friday, March 26th, 2021. Nice rally today on Wall Street. Stocks did very, very well. If you recall earlier in the week, this market cratered. And I came out here saying, hey, everyone, this is going to be a buying opportunity. Of course, I was laughed at and ridiculed for that. But guess what? It turned out to be right. I'm so shocked. Yeah. This market's going higher. Much higher. Forget about anything else. That's the way it's going to go. And we're going to cover a lot in this video here. So stocks higher across the board. Very nice rally today. The real story today was crude oil. How many of you would be even slightly surprised to find out that crude oil rallied like 4%? Two reasons for that. Number one, the ship that's wedged in the Suez Canal, for which there's no investigation. Anything of this magnitude is usually thoroughly investigated, but no, there's no investigation. They just want to free that ship. If you believe that ship was wedged in the Suez Canal just because of a navigational error or something along those lines, well, then you really don't have a clue, do you? Absolutely not. And the latest attempt to free the ship has failed. Yeah, so there's one reason why crude got propped up today. Number two, there was another attack. Imagine my surprise, a missile attack on a Saudi Arabia oil facility. It's the Houthis again, yeah. They're using missiles that look like American missiles, by the way, but I'm not going to say anything. Absolutely. So there's two reasons why crude oil went higher today, and look for more. There's going to be more reasons to prop up crude oil. For example, this ship will stay lodged in the canal until crude goes higher. All right, they have no real intention of freeing that ship. I know they're going to send down the U.S. Navy and they're going to fix everything over there. How about no? No, the ship is going to remain wedged there until crude oil and everything else just starts to skyrocket. And then they're going to say, oh, look, that's why prices are rising. It's crude oil, and it's the Suez Canal was blocked by this big ship, and it was stuck, and we couldn't get it out. We tried. We really did. Yeah, and then of course there's going to be more attacks, more reasons to prop up crude oil here. And I explained to you yesterday, and I've been finally vindicated because I've been told I was wrong on this too. The major banks have awesome investments, many trillions of dollars invested in crude oil, leveraged dollars. So right there alone, you can bet that crude oil is going to get propped up. Oh, and by the way, the Federal Reserve is giving the Wall Street banks the green light to start buying back shares of their own stock come June 30. Imagine my surprise there too. You don't know how surprised I am. Every day I wake up, I'm more surprised and shocked. Every minute, really I am. Cryptocurrencies did well today. Silver flat, gold put on again, dollar higher. 10-year yield relatively stable, did creep higher. Okay, but the environment is very simple. They're going to keep crude propped up. They're going to keep the easy money poured into this market, stock buybacks, everything else you can think about to keep the market propped up while they scare the living shit out of you with another pandemic. Well, you know what? Hold that thought. We'll get there in a minute. Let's start off with a few things I'd like to discuss here. So we understand that this morning we got abysmal economic news. Inflation creeping higher. I mean, how about a good fat duh, and maybe another one, duh. Personal spending and personal incomes cratering. Well, what would you expect in an economic collapse? Well, the stock market keeps roaring higher. It's just lovely. Crude oil popping 4%, just about 4%. Oh, it's just beautiful. Houthi rebels launch another attack on Saudi oil facilities. Beautiful. And they're warning. Houthi rebels warn of a stronger attack. They're pretty badass, these Houthis, aren't they? Anyway, let us move forward here, people. Let me run this by you. So we found out here about personal incomes, American families here. It actually cratered by the most ever on record. But you're not supposed to know that because everything is great. We're doing fabulous, but it gets even better than that too. It really does. Oh, how about this one? So they talked about this a while back, but we might be getting some kind of a mileage tax. Oh, just lovely. Oh, yeah. Let's move forward here again, people. 55% of people say they worry about hunger and homelessness in America. Doesn't sound like we're doing too well. Like I explained to you, the middle class is being eliminated and being erased. They are creating a slave society. If you don't see what's going on around you at this point, you are completely and absolutely 100% lost. It's utterly nuts. U.S. trade deficit continues to balloon, surging nearly another $90 billion in February alone. Can't make this stuff up. And Bill Gates is thinking about dimming the sun to stop global warming. Dimming the sun. Bill Gates. Lovely. Lovely Bill. I think he's a force for good. How about you? Okay. Saudi Arabia threatens retaliation for missile attack. The Saudi Ministry of Defense said the terrorist Iran-backed Houthi militias targeting of, I can't even repeat this word, petroleum products distribution terminal will be met with force. That's going to be great for crude oil. Imagine my shock there too. Americans struggle to save during the pandemic. Most are living paycheck to paycheck. Wow. Can't make this stuff up. This is a deliberately engineered collapse of the economy on a falsehood. Okay, on a virus with a survival rate of almost 99%. But again, be ready. I told you yesterday and the day before, be ready for anything because there's going to be another and another. As soon as I said that, something popped up kind of interesting. First of all, Germany is warning that there's going to be a third wave of COVID. I got to say that low. COVID. And it could be the worst ever. More lockdowns are coming. They're not going to allow the economy to open up. Okay? This is the deliberate shutdown. They're going to keep it shut down as long as possible until the central banks finish what they started to literally be the lenders and buyers of a last resort to own the world. Okay, this is where the real situation is. But no, you keep focusing on other things. Now, let us move forward here. And I want you to understand this. Okay, so I wrote this. Oh, don't worry. They're already pre-written, ready to release on schedule articles telling of the new variants and worsening COVID situation despite massive vaccinations. This is all scripted. Okay, they already have the script. They're going to release to you what they want you to know, and you will comply. All right, you will comply. This is the New World Order. Don't forget where you're at. And also, they're going to blame vaccine shortages. They're already doing it. Vaccine shortages are spreading the pandemic. Well, in case that hasn't gotten to you, you might want to pay attention to this. So there's reports here of cases of Ebola here in the United States. Up to 40 people are now being followed by the government. Imagine what they're going to say, that have been exposed to Ebola. And by the way, they already have a vaccine ready. It's all ready, so don't be too afraid. You can get the vaccine. You see, what they're doing here is a lot of people are not afraid of this respiratory type illness, so they don't want the vaccine. So they're going to get something that causes, people to basically bleed out of their faces. Have you ever seen a picture of someone with hemorrhagic Ebola? It's pretty freaking ugly. And that's enough to make people start running to get vaxxed and take whatever is in there into their body. So expect that to happen. It's all over the place. Ebola, Ebola, Ebola. Imagine my shock there. Imagine. You can't even imagine the shock in my brain, or my shocked brain, or something along those lines. I'm gonna, you know what? Maybe I'll even mention this. The headline across CNBC. Are you ready? The Fed has embraced the punch bowl and has no intention of taking it away. Now that really deserves the duh. I mean, seriously, you can't make this stuff up. If you try to, people, it's impossible to do. But that's the environment we are in. None of this stuff that I just covered here you could possibly make up. It can't be done. No one can do it. But that's the situation here. Maybe, sincerely, you should watch this video a couple of times, let it sink in, go over these concepts, talk about it. You know, please share this video. Get it out there, because people have got to be made aware. Raise your awareness, people. And again, be ready for anything. Anything. Whatever they got to do to finish what they started. And you haven't seen anything yet. Believe me on that one. People, it's Friday. This guy is going to leave you off with his favorite 3 things, and we are going to do this together, and you know what I'm going to do. You ready? Love each other. Care about each other. Be charitable. I'll see you on Sunday for my markets and look ahead. It's just going to be lovely as well. I'm looking forward to it. See you then.